Hey guys, welcome to another episode of what did I name this thing again? Oh yeah, Oddballs TV. I'm not used to it. So the longest time, Precious, if you haven't watched, I didn't have a name. So I'm like, welcome to another episode of whatever the heck this is called. So now I'm just getting used to it. So tonight we have a fun, exciting thing. I kind of stole the idea from Casey and just expanded upon it. Ladies' Night Roundtable. So I'm very excited because we've had a lot of dudes on here. They're not as pretty.
It's mostly guys. We are in a man's world, baby.
It is.
And I mean, yeah, it is. But I think it's more women are coming out from behind the shadows now.
No, there are a lot of women in this hobby. It's just you don't always see it on all of the various media, but there are a lot of women.
Yeah, and I know Precious is really good with getting her name out there. We all know who Precious Pythons is.
Yes.
The number one question that people ask me, even that aren't very familiar with the hobby, is, isn't it like a very strong male presence? And I'm like, yeah, but there's some ladies in the hobby too, so I always have to give us some props. But the perception is that it is very like male based. And I think that as time goes on, that's going to like start to change. So,
yeah, I mean, we're a couple. John just doesn't like to be on camera. So I'm the beautiful face.
No, it's just me. So I'm just not a power couple. It's just me.
So before we get into anything further, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves in case people don't know who we are. I mean, everybody knows who I am by now that's watching. Hopefully. Let's start with Casey.
Oh gosh. Atypical Origins. It's me and Tom. I'm the one in the background who does all the work and he gets all the credit.
Kori?
Yeah, so I'm Kori Martin with Kori Martin Reptiles, and I am in Austin, Texas, and breed both ball pythons and carpet pythons.
Very cool.
Jules?
So I'm Jules. I am half of Nivial Exotics. My husband Nick is the other half, the worst half. And we breed ball pythons, and we are near Chicago, Illinois.
And I am Precious Pythons, and I'm located out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and it's just me.
Just you.
Yeah.
I love when it's like, everyone's like, it's just me.
I love that. I love that so much. I wouldn't have gotten into this if it wasn't for my husband, but now I'm like, maybe I should go out on my own. But no, we're Nivial, so I can't.
Same, because even in our house, our collections are his, hers, and ours.
Okay.
So I have the stuff I want. He has the stuff he wants. And then we have any genes we both want to use. We have that in male in ours. So we're not fighting over the snake.
That's cool. I like that.
Makes us a little male heavy, but hey, it's first season. Well, I can fix that.
I feel like I very much have to give then my son props because I absolutely would not be doing this if it wasn't for him, actually. So he asked me for a pet ball python, and we got one, and then we got another, and then we got another, and now we're breeding. So he's
Precious,
like super deep into it. He was like kind of like completely hands off. Now he's just like, oh, that one's cool, but he doesn't want to do like any of the cleaning or anything like that. So it's like
sounds like my son.
Yeah.
My 6-year-old's right up there. She's feeding the ball pythons. She's cleaning. Heck, the kid just had a pairing.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
She picked it out. I'm like, I wish I was my kid. Cause she talked to Clint Laidlaw today and was like, hey buddy, I had my pairing. They locked last week. And he was like, I'm so proud of you. And I'm like, how, what is your life? Getting
Living the
shout outs
dream.
from Billy and Brian Barchak, like, what is your life, child? You're 6.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool though. That's really cool.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, no, my son
Yeah.
liked the idea of all of this, but then once he realized it involves actual work, he was kind of like, yeah, I'm out. So
Yeah, isn't
It
that funny
sounds
how
like
that
TJ.
happens?
TJ
Kori-
did all like the.
yeah, I'm having my leftover New Year's Eve champagne. So
It's not dry January in this round, guys. No. But I kind of like that's one thing we all have in common here is we all have kids. And not only that, we have kids that have learning disabilities and special needs. So I know myself and some of you guys watching that interaction with these animals, with these kids is like, holy poop.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Did
Yes.
anybody find it kind of almost life-changing?
Are you saying like the hobby, like pure, like
Yeah, like watching. So, like, for example, my daughter has autism and ADHD along with ODD, which is oppositional defiant disorder.
Mhm.
And she has 2 spectrums of autism. So she has Asperger's, which is a social emotional. So she can't bond emotionally with things,
Okay.
right? She doesn't understand emotions along with sensory. So for her to be able to hold like and manipulate with a snake and all those different textures and stuff, and she's not stemming and going nuts. Like, and emotionally bonding with them too.
So not snakes so much, but dogs in particular have been very helpful for my 16-year-old with autism. Like that's been a huge part of teaching him how to learn to understand body language and, you know, that kind of thing is learning how to read the dog.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes, I
Anybody-
find that the animals do help with Logan. He definitely, like the dogs and the rabbit that we have, he does very, very well with. I feel like he bonds with them,
Mhm.
and he's got this stimming thing where he likes very, very soft stuff. So he loves the dog and the bunny.
H&H pythons.
it's the same thing with
Oh,
my
that's nice.
he has dyslexia and ADHD. He's very like hyperactive and just, you know, all over the place. He can like multitask really, really well, but it's like focusing on one thing. It's just like, you know, but when he's holding the snakes, you kind of sit still for like an extended period of time, which is like unfounded. So that's always good that way he handles the animals. It like came so natural to him.
No, I will say, like, for me, it's therapy for me. Like when I'm having an overwhelmed day and I need to, you know, get away from it all, going to the snake room and handling the snake, and just kind of doing even just the routine stuff of like, you know, cleaning enclosures or whatever. It is very therapeutic to me, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids aren't allowed in the basement unless they have permission. So I'm like, bye, peace. Gone. But I mean, do you find it hard to balance though that mom life with the reptiles though?
I would say my collection is fairly small. I think as small as it gets for someone who's like trying to be like a serious breeder. I only have 40. So I think if I went over that number, I think it probably would start to get a little hard juggling, you know, the tutoring and the school and the soccer practice and all that. And then, you know, having to, like clean the snakes and everything, it probably would get a little bit. But as of right now, I would say that I'm very well considering everything that I have going on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I know a lot of you ladies, you know, there's people in school and working. Casey and Kori, you're a lawyer. Jules, you run your own business and you got your horses. And Precious, you're all over the place. And then I'm like, I don't know how you guys do it because I'm just, you know, a stay-at-home mom with the 3 kids and the animals. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's 10 o'clock at night and I got to do a live and I still have to go down and clean poop. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. How do you get that balance?
But being a stay-at-home mom, like, don't discredit yourself. You're just a stay-at-home mom. That's the hardest job. I'm not gonna lie.
But you know what I mean? I'm home all day. I could, you know, things are there, but with 3 kids.
No, I give you so much credit.
Yeah.
I can't stay at home. It just doesn't work for me.
I tried. When we first started this, I was a stay-at-home mom. But as I'm like evolving, almost like as a woman and like getting out of my shell and like trying to grow myself, I just learned that being home wasn't for me. And I had to kind of like remind myself that that was okay.
Yeah. So, oh, plus the rats. Can't forget the rats because I've got like rats everywhere in this house.
Well, I know with COVID was I've been working from home for maybe like 5 years, but you know, after COVID and the, you know, at home when they were doing schooling and you're at home and you're working, I thought I was going to lose my mind. I mean, it was so stressful. It was just like, I got to get out of here. Someone come free me. Like it was bad. So I can only imagine that being your normal day to day. It's not easy at all.
Oh no. Cause I remember sitting there like, cause we mandatorily had to homeschool for a while and then school was opening back up and I'm like, no, I'm homeschooling her. No, not sending her back. I got to October and I'm like, you're going back to school. I'm done. Like, goodbye.
Yeah.
Like trying to pack to move the brat, the snakes. I've got the baby because the baby was born end of February. I got the 2-year-old who's a 2-year-old boy. Like, goodbye. You're gone. Love you.
There's no balance when you have a baby. Like that's just not a possibility. You're just like you sleep when you can and you're just trying to survive. So don't even try to find balance right now. That's not a thing.
Sleep? What's that?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, that thing I do for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's about right. A few hours. And it's rough for me too because I work overnights. So it's like I have Harley who's 4, and then we have Logan is 11, and TJ's 13. And our schools, they're only going like 2 days a week.
Oh wow!
So it's rough.
Yeah, we just got out of quarantine actually Christmas Eve day because unfortunately Scarlett was in contact at school. And it was the substitute aid. I'm like, oh, great. This is fun. But I'm like, all right, okay, whatever. We'll spend this 2 weeks and just keep focusing on pairings and away we go. How's everybody's seasons going so far?
Good. Oh, no, Precious was saying something. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. I just said it's going really good.
Good, I'm glad. Yeah, so we haven't been having like a hard time, but some of our breeder males are like just coming into being around like 500 grams or a little bit more. So this is their first breeding season. So we actually went through today and redid our entire list of breeding this year. So we're kind of starting over, which is nerve-wracking, but at the same time it's like new year, let's redo this, let's jump back in, let's not get discouraged, let's just push through. So that's where we're at.
My planning of pairings, I usually have an A male and a B male for each female because it's just like it's so often that you run into that where like the male you were originally going to do taps out, doesn't want to go. And so I especially when you're doing recessives, I really like having a super male so that you can tell which male sired the clutch. That's handy.
Let me just write that down.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
Yeah. So, and I'll often start like the first couple pairings on a female with that super male, who maybe I don't really care if that male takes the clutch, but I just want to make sure that someone gets her going to start her cycling. I'll put the super male in. And, you know, so like I have a super Enchi bamboo. And so I don't really care about making like Enchi bamboos a whole lot, but like if I happen to hit and like Enchi's in that clutch, I know, okay, he was the dad. So anyway.
I've actually been doing that this season as well with, I have a super chocolate hypo het desert ghost, and he's gone to about 4 females, but has not been the only male to go to those females, just so that I know if, you know, they have a clutch of chocolate, then of course, then that male sired that clutch. So
yeah,
I'm gonna need some of that, just so you're aware. I'll import.
I love chocolate. It's one of my favorites.
yes.
I need it, but I also need Desert Ghost, so you know.
Yes, I actually, he's actually being paired to a female visual desert ghost, and it's so ironic how I came upon that girl. She was sold to me as a male at a very like low price when she was, I mean, it was insane. So I was really happy. It was funny because I was actually very upset when I found out that she was a female, and everyone's like, "Are you insane? That's like the biggest jackpot." And I'm just like, "Well, I bought 2 males just or females just for him, and it ended up being a girl."
I need everybody's Wi-Fi off.
Yeah, that happened to me twice. That we bought males and they ended up females.
Yeah, I would have been completely happy with the surprise if I hadn't spent money on other snakes, anticipating that, you know, he was going to go to them. Instead, she's a girl. So yeah, that was the only thing. But I mean, eventually I saw the bright side, obviously.
Well, that's what happened to us. Like, we were on our 3rd snake at this point, and when I looked at John and I'm like, we got to start charging these guys rent. Like, if you're going to keep going into it. We were breeding bearded dragons at this point, so I'm like, may as well just full hog go into it. So I had a female pastel proven breeder. I had an ivory that was big, and that was male, and I had the super pastel Enchi that was male. So I went and I'm like, I can make super pastel asphalt if I get an asphalt, because that's like my dream snake. And John messaged Billy and was like, here's what we got. So we bought a female asphalt all around this. Then the ivory turned out female, and so did the super pastel Enchi. And I'm like, well, time to rearrange our whole collection around that now again.
Right. Yeah, that's what happened.
It could have been worse, but I was like, great. Especially when you're first starting out and you're like, oh man,
right.
You're basing everything on these animals.
Yeah.
I went to pair some carpets this year and put the male in, and he immediately started combating with the other male. And so who I thought was a female, but it turned out was not actually a female. So that was how I learned on that clutch that I got. Some fun times.
Yeah. Oh God. And we did have one snake that we were its 6th owner. It's never locked for anybody, and I thought it was female. They told me it was male. It might have just been my inexperience. And I remember talking to Billy, and he's like, just pair it and find out. So we paired it, and sure enough, it's male. So, which is great, because I needed that clown to be male.
Because it accepted a pairing.
It locked. It locked good.
I've seen males lock other males before, just so you know.
But we knew the Mystic Crystal was female. It was the clown we were questioning. So
yeah,
the clown's male. They were locked for a good 5 days. we know the Mystic Crystal's female. She's a proven breeder. So I'm like, woohoo! Like, yay! So
yeah,
I'm really excited.
I was vending at a show, and someone had a bunch of breeder females in a bin, and they had a group of males, and came back the next morning, and 2 of them were locked up. We were like, oh, guess one's a female, and got them separated, popped it, and sure enough, they were both males. But they just like one was dominant, and Locked out.
You know what? It's 2021. We accept all sexual preferences in any species. We're good. Just, you know, you guys are now retired. We'll get you some pride flags, you know, some rainbow colored racks. We're good. 2021.
You know what? I need some males that'll lock to anything right now. So
Right, exactly.
no judgment here.
Virgin males are the worst. I hate them so much.
I'll lend you my Mojave Asphalt. Like, he's first year, and honest to God, he's like, I'm doing this. Like, you put him in the bin, and he's like, boom.
And he's a first year.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we're first year too, but I'm like, he's just.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know what magic or whatever. He's just like in the bin, and he's like, come to Papa. Like, let's go. So.
Yeah, I've been actually really lucky too with that. A lot of the males that I've been pairing are first time virgin breeders, and they've been walking away. So I haven't really had any issues. Although I actually did try to pair a pastel calico clown. He's like 600 grams, and he's actually like coming up on like a year, and he's not having it at all. He's my only one. So I actually had specific plans for him, and he's the only one that's not locking. So that's usually how it goes anyways.
And that's so frustrating when you're like most anticipated. It's like, no, I need you to do this right now because I'm counting on you.
It's so frustrating.
Oh, that's what I'm nervous about, because it's first season. So I'm going in being like, I'm not going to get any eggs.
Oh yes.
And then I'm going to have to buy more snakes.
I mean, you're going
because I'm counting on like these clutches this year to like. Way we go.
My first year,
you'll buy more snakes. I swear it's addicting.
It is. And my first year, I didn't get any like clutches, and I did pairings, and it was just like nothing. And so this is my second year, so technically, I still have not had a clutch, and I'm like sweating bullets, like, oh my God, this is my year, you know, finally. But you know, I actually have really good signs. So 3 of my females are bull wrapping. They're you know, on the cold side. So thank God for that. But I would be crushed. I would be absolutely crushed if I didn't get a clutch in, you know, the spring. But I'm only gonna positivity into the atmosphere.
I'm just like, I'm not expecting it. That way, if I get a clutch, it's gonna be like Christmas.
But I've heard of so many people doing it their first year and like no problem. That's why I was so hopeful, you know. So I'm pretty sure I just had bad luck, but you should get a clutch. I mean, hopefully. So did you start pairing did you start pairing this fall, or when did you start, or was it in the summer?
We started pairing about November. So we moved in here October 1st. I had girls that were building before the move, but I didn't want to pair them yet. Like, I tried one and they wouldn't lock. And then I just assumed they would reabsorb with the move and the stress. Mm-hmm. And then, so I gave them time to settle in and, you know, chill out, and still just like raring to go. And I'm like, all right, let's try this. Meanwhile, I'm messaging Chris Ward of the Reptile Ward being like, okay, I forget everything I was taught.
Yeah, but
he's like, just put the damn snake in, Kathleen. Put the damn snake in.
Precious, how many pairings are you doing this year?
6.
Nice.
So, and then that's actually, I think I have 8 females ready, but I paired 6 because 2 of them are actually proven, but were had laid clutches in the this spring, okay. So I wasn't going to pair them. And then next year, every single one of my females should be ready. So that's going to be exciting. I'm not going to pair like all 20 of them. I'm just going to kind of like, you know, be mindful of the projects I want to work with, and try to be methodical when it comes to like the planning instead of just like putting stuff to stuff. Because I know even as I go into like my third year, I'm gonna be very excited to get more clutches and have proven breeders. So I don't want to get too carried away. And I live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, girl, I feel you. Well, that's what we just moved from. So it was the 5 of us. So we're talking me, the new baby, the 2-year-old, the 6-year-old with, autism, and then my 32-year-old, John. And then we have the rats, the animals, in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually outgrowing this space so rapidly that next year, well, this year, because it's January now, but I will be buying a home because I can't do this anymore. Like, it's just like, I have racks everywhere. Like, it has to
got it.
in one, room. So hopefully I'll be moving into a house this year.
Yeah, that's, we moved, John got a job 3 hours away from where we were, and we moved, and I'm like, we are not moving to like a 2-bedroom little apartment. So we have basically 3/4 of a house right now. And the whole basement is just animals. Like
your basement. We don't have basements here, and it's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're also 3 hours from anything, so we have to breed our own rats. We've got to do this, we've got to do that. Which, I mean, the rat stuff's not bad. I like it.
Wait until you get more. It gets awful.
I have about 60 right now. 60 rats right now.
Okay.
That we're growing out.
Yeah.
For breeders.
The rats are the piece that get to be really draining over time for me. Like, the snake part is fun. The rats are just work and get really, really
love it. Fast. But we also keep them in a non-traditional way too. So, and the only reason we did it this way is we got all of our stuff for $50. So we keep them in the big like cages and stuff that you would put a pet rat in. Like those big $200 cages.
Oh, wow.
And we keep large colonies. So I have nothing against racks. I want rodent racks for grow outs, but that's how we keep them. So it's a little bit different the way we interact with them versus, someone who's breeding them large scale in racks. I don't know how that makes sense.
How many rats are you keeping, Kori?
I don't know. I have 30 rat bins of like 1.3. And then, was that 30? Yeah, 30 of those. And then I have like another 16 of mice and another 12 of ASF.
Oh, wow. And you said it's hard. Is it just the cleaning? I mean, how often do you have to clean? Because I actually want to breed rats eventually, but I am afraid that it's going to be just like much more work than the snakes.
It's like 3 times the work that the snakes are. I go out there 3 days a week to clean now. And probably spend like, gosh, I don't know, 20 hours a week working on rats. It's a lot. And I don't even make enough to feed my whole collection. So I still have to do frozen on feeding day 2.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember when we got into it, someone was like, you need 1 female per snake. And I'm like, now we're like, no. You need like 3 or 4 per snake.
Yeah.
I'm finding personally, but
I don't know. Now that I think I probably would not be able to add on to like everything that I have going on, like life wise. Like, I don't know. That is a lot. I commend you ladies because it just seems like so much more maintenance on top of like having jobs and kids and
Yeah.
One thing we're gonna try to do, because you can train pet rats to do this, and our breeders were kind of like pets. So you can actually litter train rats.
I was gonna start doing that too.
Really? How does that work?
Save on shavings and save on all of that stuff. Yeah, and they'll go in a little corner like triangle thing, and you can litter train them.
How do you do that? How does that even happen?
I think
Just
it's a
gonna
lot
ask
of
that.
like picking
Treats.
up, like when you clean it out, kind of like when you first start putting like their little poops in the thing, and then they get the scent there, so then they start going there, and it's like a process of. But I've thought about doing that too, just because I go through so much shavings. I swear, between the rats and my horses, I'm like, I should own a shavings business to save myself some money.
Yeah.
Like I just go through it. I feel like they're starting to know me at Menards now. Like I might become a serious regular there.
We use this stuff, and it sounds weird. It's sold as kitty litter, but it's actually recycled newspaper that they put into pellets.
We tried
And
that.
It does. I like it. It doesn't smell as bad.
The base layer underneath my shavings, and it helps it do some extra absorbing. But I haven't tried.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I tried
use
that too, but it smells
underneath
so
the
bad.
shaving.
Yeah, we weren't crazy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kathleen, I kind of do the opposite of what you do, where you have all of your grow outs in. Do you have them in racks? You said.
Well, I want to. Right now, they're just still all in like cages.
Gotcha. Yeah, because so what I do is I have all of my breeding rats together in racks, and then I'll pull out all my grow out racks and I put them in a horse trough, so that everyone is together. And then it's so easy to clean the horse trough. You just scoop out all the shavings. I sweep it out. I don't even take the rats out, and then I dump half and then half into either side, and it's really easy. We got the horse trough idea though from Gomez Pythons. We just put our own spin on it, and it's worked out really well because they're just like together, and it's one thing to clean versus having. If I had them all in racks, I'd probably need 3 or 4 more racks.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm picky about mine. I actually have my grow outs in my rack, but I have like them all separated by size. There's like 3 or 4 different grow out bins.
Yeah.
And I think we're up to what? 5. I think we have like 14 breeder colonies now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The only thing that I organize by size is babies, because I've noticed that if you have like a mix of different sizes, then your bigger baby rats are getting more milk than your other baby rats, and they're not growing as quickly. So I will do the different sizes. I'll move them around so that all the babies are the same size, and they grow faster.
I usually just pull some of the bigger ones out and use them as feeders that week.
That's smart.
That way.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Same. Mostly go after the males. I'm trying to hold back the females at this stage.
Yeah.
Well, if you're growing your numbers still, that seems really smart.
Yeah. But then males will also grow faster than females too. Mm-hmm. So if I have like a litter of that's like, we had 10 females and 4 males. So I fuzzied, fed off some females and let the males grow out for food because they grow faster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Poor Precious is just like, I'm over this.
What I'm curious is, so all of you have your rats in basements?
Yes.
Garage.
Okay. Basement.
Yeah, but
we're in the back room of our house.
You said you have a shed, a rat shed?
No, we actually have like a back
porch.
Yeah, kind of. It's enclosed. It's like a 3-season. It's got heat, all that. And we keep them back there.
That's cool.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I try not to have them up in the living area. Like we have a couple that are like Scarlet's rats that she's breeding for her snake. But other than that, like, no. Down in the basement you go.
Yeah.
So
we don't have one.
What's everybody's most anticipated clutch this year?
I don't know. That's a hard one. I have several that I'm excited about for different reasons, but yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for several of yours for different reasons.
Okay, like so the one I'm probably most excited about is I hopefully, if my girl goes, will do Black Axanthic True Ghost. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. I had a possible het female this past year who did not prove for me, and so I have another female that hit breeding size this year that's 100% het, and so I'm hoping that she goes for me.
And you have that double het hypo clown clutch. Oh, I want that one.
Yeah. I've got that. I've got some really cool. I got a new breeder clown male. He's an OD blade clown, and so I'm doing a couple of different OD-YB clown pairings because I've got this army of het clown girls that finally got up to size. So that's exciting.
Awesome. That's such a good feeling, isn't it?
I know, it's the best feeling.
Yes.
I'm just going to ask, what are you editing, Shane, that you need us to say girl power in unison? Because I'm questioning your life decisions right now.
Yeah, but Shane is a big supporter, I think, of the women in the community.
I love that, though.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
Should we do it?
But I just want to know why he wants to know what he's editing, that he needs that. Like,
oh my gosh, we're like the Spice Girls. Can you just have a minute to talk about this? I just realized.
I'm
so who are we
looking, so there is no Spice that is me. Oh God. There's gonna be stickers now. Great. I can see it. I'm waiting for the memes that will be emailed to me after the show being like the spice balls or something. Like
yeah.
It's gonna be awkward.
That's funny.
So
back
Shane,
to
how do you
most
want us to do this? Are you gonna screen record or what?
Wait.
It's for his blog.
I did not agree to this. I'm just gonna say I did not agree.
Nicholas, that's not nice.
Jules whatever.
What I want to do is go back to anticipated pairings and hear about everyone's anticipated pairings.
Yeah, anticipated pairings.
I have like a few most anticipated. Most of what, like I said before, that super chocolate hypo het desert ghost. What he's going to a cycle spot nose. Very, very excited about that.
Very nice. That's really great.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what comes out of that. And then he's also going to the desert ghost, which I'm excited about. And then I have a fire pie going to a hypo pie. So I'm really excited for the visual recessive with the hets. So yeah,
that's great.
Damn. Watch out, man. Team Estrogen's coming for you. Not in this direction, but from everybody else over this way. What about you, Casey? Most anticipated? And don't let Tom's answer, like, what's yours?
Mine is my het Batgirl, my fire leopard spot nose het clowns who are pastel banana Mojave clown.
Oh wow.
I am like super excited about that one.
That's amazing.
Apparently Chris Ward's trying to negotiate a deal out of this thing, apparently. He's our new manager, I guess. By the end of the stream, he'll have us out on tour, I think. Jules, what's yours? Your most anticipated?
So I'm hoping for albino blade clowns. Those would be really cool.
Very cool.
We also have this weird calico male that throws just like really weird stuff, and we put him to a disco pastel spider. So I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Do we want to do it quickly so that way we make them?
I'm not going to participate. So
you can just mouth it and go like pee
off the screen, but there is no way.
Shane, instead of saying girl power, can we just do the rock on?
That I will do.
We can do that.
So like, I'm just not for girl power. It's fine.
I've got to draw a limit somewhere, and that's just the line too far. But I will for sure do this.
Vice balls managed by the board. Oh God. This is what happens when you come on my channel.
It's okay. I mean, you've seen mine and Jules' lives with the guys, and they get out of control.
Every time.
They're really silly.
Okay, Shane said a rock on would be good.
Right. Let's do it.
So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. There, he should have got it.
You got it.
You got it. Was that good enough, Shane? Was that long enough for you? I don't know. Don't even answer that.
There's all sorts of dirty directions you can take that one.
I regretted it as soon
And
as
they
it
will
came
do
out
it
of my mouth. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let's get back to some of the topic of the evening. We are ladies in this industry, and there is not many of us. Let's be real. When I thought about doing this table, I'm like going through the Instagram, like, nope, that's a guy, that's a guy, that's a guy, that's a guy, that's a guy. Like, have you come across a lot of women, or is it just I'm lucking out?
I know that there's a Facebook group, and there's a lot of women in there. How many?
A lot of women.
Isn't it over? It's like it's almost like 1,000 now, right?
Yeah.
It's a great group. There's a lot of women, and a lot of really, really awesome women doing really great stuff. But I don't know, for some reason, there just aren't as many women doing the YouTube thing and really, really out there front and center on social media as much. So I don't want to say that like to discount women who are doing it, because there are women who are out there and amazing. But I know a lot of women doing stuff, but I still, half the time people assume I'm a guy when they're interacting with me, and I don't have a profile pickup. Even people I've met in person will default to assuming that I'm a guy, which is really fun.
Always.
It's I don't know what that's about. There's so many women. You would think at this point we'd like figure it out, but there's still a huge default to assuming everyone's a guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I still get the message occasionally, "Hey, bro, what you got available?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
all the time, right, Casey?
Always. What's up, bro?
I mean, John's a part of it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm the one the face. I mean, the damn Melusine looks like me, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But yeah. And there isn't, like, if you look at the females on YouTube, Precious, there's you in the industry. I mean, Jules, you guys do it a bit. Casey and Tom are getting to it. Podcast, like even the podcast realm, I think I'm the only female reptile podcast so far that I've seen so far. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I would love that.
No, I've not.
I don't think so. I can't think of anyone else right now.
I don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And it's so weird to me. I'm like, we're the ones that gab.
I also feel like there's a lot of women that are like behind the scenes that you don't know are in it, but they're doing stuff. Like I know there are some guys that their wives are like, they do all of the rats, or they do some things they just don't want to be a part of, like the social media, kind of like John. And they're doing their thing. We just don't know about it. I know a few people like that.
Yeah. I think they, even if they're behind the scenes, they should try to come out a little more. Because I kind of look at like my little girl who's into reptiles, and I'm like, okay, who can she look up to? She watches a lot of Precious right now.
No, I wanted to when I first got on YouTube. I mean, and even when I first like made the logo and did everything, I wanted to make it very feminine, you know, like extremely, extremely feminine, just so that people knew that I was, you know, a female. And you know, I get messages from women all the time saying, wow, it's so great to see someone that looks like me, or that's a girl that's doing this, and like, you know, a heavy male, you know, world. So it is awesome. You know, I think that the 5 of us encourage women to kind of get out there, but I think it probably is like less of intimidating because of the actual like man realm, and more so like the work that just goes into it. Like you guys know, like on top of like handling all your animals and the rats and, you know, the sales, just having a social media account at all is a lot, you know, with the engagement and the posting and the keeping up with it. And then on top of that, you got recording, editing, and you know, responding to comments. It's just so much. And I think that that's probably what deters many people, women and men alike, from wanting to do the social media and the YouTube and everything like that.
That's such a good point, Precious. And that's the social media stuff is the side that I always tend to burn out the fastest on. Like that's the side that, like, if something's going to give, like that's the thing that's going to take me down. And so that's the thing that's really hard to balance and do enough of it, but not too much. And figure out.
I go through spells of the burnout too, and I feel so bad afterwards because at heart I'm an extreme introvert. It's so bad. I'm like a hermit. I stay in the house, so it's just like I get so like, you know, into everything when I have all this energy. Like I want to do it, and then I kind of like shy away from it a little bit. I want to relax. I don't want anything to do with it at all. Oh my God. I won't post on YouTube for like 4 weeks, and like I'm on my video apologizing. Sorry, I've been gone for so long.
Oh yeah, and like the way you handle YouTube, like the videos and the editing and stuff, like that sounds exhausting to me. I love the fact that I can throw this up on a live, invite people on, learn, share the experience, and then 24 hours from now, after the live, it'll just post. Like I have to do nothing. Someone's like, why don't you go through and edit them and cut them down like Trap Talk, like MJ does, do the highlights. And I'm like, some of these are 3 hours long. I don't have time to sit there for like 4 or 5 hours listening to myself yap. Like, no.
That sounds miserable.
And sometimes editing is the hardest because you're just like, oh, that was cringy. Ugh, I don't know. Let me cut that out. Like, take it all away. It's really hard.
That is like my biggest fear with doing this YouTube thing and like the videos is the editing. I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
It's like a different language.
It is. It
like
takes Adobe. A while. Yeah, a year ago when I first started it, and my very first video I edited, it took me 6 hours. I'm not lying, 6 hours. Wow. And that person where I'm just like, I get obsessed. So like I did it for 6 hours straight on a weekend trying to edit a video to my liking, versus now it might take me like 45 minutes to edit a video. Like that's how. Wow. It's crazy. Yeah.
Precious is like, I got it down to a science. Let's go. Mama ain't got no time for this.
It's literally laziness. Like my first like the new videos was like, oh, I'm gonna put the welcome message, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do all these things, and now it's just like,
now you get what you get.
Like you just don't care anymore.
I had a live back early December, and the girl came on. It was her first experience on a live. And it was also her birthday. So I messaged people to wish her happy birthday, especially people she looked up to. And we're talking about a 1:20 video. Took me 2 days to edit. 2 days.
No.
It was 1:20. And I'm like, no, we're not doing like Reptile Room Tour 2021. No. I got no time for that. Like, no. Everybody wants to see more Scarlet content. It's one of my most requested thing. Precious Scarlet's my 6-year-old. And I've tried. I don't have time.
You know, it's so funny that you say that, because the last video that I posted, it was one of me helping my friend overcome her fears. So she was holding a snake for the first time, and I let my son be in the video, and it was so funny because like majority of the video, which was not posted, he's like dancing in the background, rolling on the floor. I'm just like, oh my God, how am I gonna edit this? I was like, I'm running a crazy. I was like, it was just like so hilarious, but it took me a very long time to edit.
Oh my God, I've got like 26 videos of like 1-second clips to edit on my phone of my daughter she wanted to do the ABCs of ball pythons, and she goes through the ABCs and does a morph for every letter.
Wow.
Except for a couple of them that there's no morphs, so she'll make up like, something to do with a ball python. It's all on my phone. I haven't edited it. Like, I'm just like, I got no time for this. Like, let's take 26, 30 clips that are 2 seconds long, and because I have time for that.
So I have to ask though, because I'm so new at this, and we're about to get into the whole YouTube thing. Like, is there a program that you guys use to edit, or how do you do this?
Right now, I use Premiere Pro, and I actually only bought a Mac laptop for editing, because the first year of editing, I was doing it all on my phone, and you could just imagine, like on this little screen, like, it was a real headache. And I think before, when I was editing on my phone, it was like Perfect Picture that I was using, which was painless. It was just like you can't see, the sound was off. People were complaining about like it was really bad when you tried to put it all together. But Premiere Pro, it's a professional editing application, and they advertise it as like an application used by like movie editors, and it was complicated. I mean, it was definitely a process trying to get used to knowing what I actually took 3 courses.
Oh wow!
I consider doing that.
They were very helpful.
Love it.
Isn't it like a different language? Like you can push different buttons on your keyboard to do different things.
Exactly. And if I had to this, I wouldn't have figured it out by myself. Absolutely not. Unless I was like Googling every 5 minutes, what does this mean? How do I do this on, it was just.
So back when I did YouTube before I got burnt out and torched it all, I used iMovie on my phone and just did it that way. And it was super simple, and it was like the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
I think I use like Filmora, something like that on Android.
Yep.
Because that's where all my stuff is. Speaking of YouTube, Kori Martin.
Yeah.
Remember how you did a live with me? And I have it on video. Shane from Small Town and John Feely from Feely's Clutch are my witnesses, along with the many people watching this right now. Didn't you say you were going to post a video by January 1st?
Yeah, so I was super peer pressured, and I did cave to the peer pressure and say that. But you have no idea how much I have stressed over, like, okay, so Chris Ward knows how much I have stressed over this, because it's been like ridiculous. I mean, like, I have spent probably like 80 hours watching videos about like how to do YouTube and like all of like just stupidness. And I finally decided that I'm going to focus on Instagram for now and grow my Instagram some more, because I just like, it's too stressful for me right now. I can't deal with it. I have too much other stress in my life. So
absolutely.
I'm going to let the YouTube thing go for now.
Why do you think I do a podcast and not like a real YouTube? Like, no interest. I'm like, I don't have to do anything with this. I just hit the button and go. Like, I mean, honestly, if you look at like Shane at Small Town, like, I don't know how he does it.
Yeah, it's incredible. He works so hard. That's the thing I learned from doing the whole contest with Shane is that dude is the hardest worker. Like, incredible. He doesn't sleep.
So never use iMovie, guys.
It definitely has viruses now that Chad used it for that. You should delete that app off of your phone immediately.
Yeah. No. I think like I did Instagram first too. It's a nice way to.
Yeah. It's like it's manageable for me. I can do it regularly and I can stay on top of it and I enjoy it and it's fun. And that's good for me right now. I feel like I've got so much of my life right now that's just obligation that I need to like not bring on a new layer of something that would be more obligation.
Yeah.
And if I get to the point where it would be fun, then I'll do it because it's fun. But until then, I don't need to waste my energy on that.
Oh, absolutely. And it doesn't mean that like when you're working in snake room and you're putting a snake in with another snake, you can't take a 30-second clip to stash away for later.
Or toss it up on Instagram as like a little reel or something. There's all sorts there's all sorts of different ways to do it. So
exactly.
I'm trying to like take the pressure down because it was like, it was a little intense there for a while. I was kind of tweaking about this whole thing. So
yeah. I kind of know how you feel because I have like my first grown-up interview Tuesday and I want to vomit. Like,
what are you interviewing for?
I'm not interviewing. I'm being interviewed.
Oh, you're being interviewed.
By who?
Oh,
Brian.
For Cusco. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, that's right.
That's amazing.
And he's just like, what are you doing on this day? And I'm like, well, watching you. And he's like, would you want to watch it with me? And I'm like, huh? Why? Like, I haven't even done anything yet. Why? And he's like, don't make me be nice to you. So then I agreed to do it. And now I'm like, why did I do this?
So, Cusco is an incredible interviewer. He has
he's amazing
interviewing skills. So I feel like you don't even need to worry about it because he's just going to ease you along the whole thing.
Yeah. But I'm like, this.
You'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah. No, that'll be great.
Yeah, he is a DICK. I love him to death, though. I really do. I do. Nice guy. I'll have to drop your name there, Kori, so he's always looking for people to interview.
I'm happy to
and Precious.
Definitely happy to.
Brian, if you're watching, which you're probably not, you need to hear that.
Yeah, me and Precious, like sign us up. We're good.
I was gonna say you can sign me up.
We'll sign up Jules and Casey. We'll sign everybody up.
Perfect.
We can just add him to like our round table. Just do an interview like that.
There we go.
That's an amazing.
No, it'll be great. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. Yeah, fine. I have wine. We're good.
It works.
It fixes everything.
It makes everything better, Roscato. It does. It does. It really does. So one thing that I've hit with this being a woman in the industry, I don't know if you guys have some pushback about being a lady in the industry. I've actually had someone say before, I'm team boys all the way in this industry. The girls can't be as good. Yeah. Anybody else ever had that?
No.
Not like.
And I think it's not. I shouldn't say it's not every. There's some old.
No, you just encountered like a dick and need to avoid that person because that's like I don't know. That's way not what I've experienced.
No, not at all. I mean, no, I can't even name anything that even comes close to that. I mean, I've had people recognize that, wow, you're actually a girl. That's awesome. It's more of like a, acknowledgement, but never like just blatant disrespect. That's out of control. Like I've not encountered that at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had like when I wanted to start my ladies' night lives, I put out like a story asking about it, and I had quite a few people that were like, no, don't want to see it. And all of them guys.
Now I actually and again, I don't know if I've experienced like the over sexualization of women.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hobby. Like I know that I've had multiple people make comments like, "Where did you get all this money for those snakes? What you doing for those snakes?" As if I'm like looking for snakes or some shit like that. Like, it's just like, those kind of comments. I've definitely got that. But as far as well, I guess it is similar. So yeah, it's just but yeah.
We're the same.
That's awful though, that like, I don't know.
Right.
You can't just be like a hard-working person.
Exactly. And the snakes that I have, they're not cheap. They are expensive. And I have a good job and I work hard for the money that I earn. And I work hard to provide for my family. So for anyone to even insinuate that I do anything less than the next person or next man to, gain the collection I've gotten, it is very insulting. But
that's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, I always joke and do the hashtag titties for pies as a joke. But, we've now realized that they're worth more than pies, and I'm going for monsoons if I have to do this.
Yeah, no, you gotta up your value.
Up my value. So hashtag titties for monsoons. Yeah, because I remember John and I were joking about that, and he's just like, if you're going to show them, make sure it's like a sunset or a monsoon. Like, I'm like, fair enough.
You've got stranger titties, baby.
Yeah, no, we're good. I have mahogany, and Chris Ward's head is just going in the chat. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten hit on. I've gotten hit on in this industry, even though they know I have a significant other. Like, I've had someone actually ask me to show my girls to get female snakes.
Are you serious? Like,
what?
Not joking, but really? Wow.
Yeah, that's insane.
But what kind of females were we talking?
I mean, one was a proven allelic proven breeder.
Nah, know your worth, honey. Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I just ha ha ha, you're funny. Because I mean, the discount was great, but no, I'm just like, no, thank you, and arranged for someone else to go pick up the snakes, so I didn't have to.
Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, you do, Chris. It's true.
I know. That's like my brother. No. I have to drink more of that. Don't need titties for strangers. I have mahoganies. We're good. Okay, but the thing is, Chad, you say terrible like that, like it's sarcastic. If they know I'm in a relationship and they're being creepy about it, that's not cool. No girl wants to be hit on when they don't want to.
When they don't want to and they're giving clear, like, I don't like those signals, sure. Like, I'm like in my 40s and it doesn't happen often that people are like, being all flirty. So I take it when I can get it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on the level of creepy, though.
No, if it's creepy, forget it. Like there have been weirdos who've dropped into my like DMs for sure, and they get blocked. Like that's just gross, and I don't have any time for that. But
I've
you know
had
what's so funny though? We all
what?
know what comes with snake breeding and things like that. So immediately when I think snakes, I'm like, oh, urates in big piles of poop and changing out substrate. Like that's not sexy. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's just not.
They just want to know your snake handling skills. And I mean, ball pythons is pretty accurate. It just lays there. Like, but I've actually gotten a picture of an area and asked if I could handle their python. And I'm like, sorry, I don't handle hatchlings. Yeah, I also got one, and then someone's like, well, aren't you going to give me a snake now because I sent you one? And I'm like, one, I don't have any. Two, why? Like, why? That's happened. Don't ever go into that part of your inbox that's shut down.
Oh my
It's a scare.
I've had one message that's weird like that, and it was on Facebook, and I had to send Tommy in to handle it.
Chris Ward, I get hit on an oddly high amount. I know it's not for my looks or personality. Just because Mark was going, no, just because Mark Porto was going on about your big hands does not qualify as being hit on.
I like have a legit girl crush on Chris's wife though. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, she's a babe.
A fox.
She's a babe. Ew, 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 ew. I can't even read that. Ew. Ew. Yeah. No. Good times. Being a woman in the industry, you're either being called bro or getting a dick pic.
I've not gotten
there is
No, neither. Thank God.
Yeah, keep
and
those
don't
to
get any
yourself,
ideas,
man.
anyone who's watching. Like I don't need one today.
Meanwhile, Chad's like, you've never gotten one? Just a second.
Yeah, just kidding. Y'all are getting them now.
Chad's like all over that. Chad is all over that. You guys are going to open up your inboxes and have to get restraining orders. Oh, it's so much fun not talking to dudes for a night. It is nice. I keep harassing actually Billy to get more women on. And then he got Catherine to ask me for a list. So I gave him a list.
Good.
That's good.
That's good.
Like, yep, this do. And I was like, here you go.
I was like, I hope all of us are on it.
See, told you.
Yeah. As my phone vibrates.
Oh my gosh.
I'm blocking you right now, Chad.
If you
Welcome
send
to
one, you're
my
getting one
lives,
back.
precious. This is what the chat's like all the time.
I'm here for it. It's okay.
Like, oh, I guess she asked without asking him.
Oh, I like it.
Ooh. And then you yelled at him and said, this is Kathleen's list, right?
That's wonderful.
No, I think there does need to be a little more. Women need to come out of their shells a little bit in this industry because it's not the bald, bearded, old white dudes anymore. Oh my God, Richie's Recessive sent a video.
Oh dear.
Don't open it. You're going to get a
Don't open it.
Don't open it.
2020 coronavirus, 2021 Chad virus. Side effects may include herpes. I'm not opening it.
You're gonna get a virus on whatever.
Nope.
No,
That's
and
me.
apparently he sent it to a group, so I'm scared.
I bet we're all in that group. Don't even go into the group.
Precious is like, why the hell did I agree to do this now? Welcome to the dark side of YouTube. It's my channel. Lucky. Oh, okay.
Again?
Yeah.
I do have to give props though. Who was MJ actually had Lori Barczyk on, and I was like, sweet. It was the same night that I had Will and June and Chris and Adam on, but I mean, still, go women.
Mm-hmm.
So I was really excited. Who are some of the women you guys admire in this industry? I mean, I've got them all here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I was just going to talk about that. Like, I'm not disappointed if all of us here are kind of like the pioneers of bringing other women into the industry. Like, I admire all of you.
Aw.
That's
I
sweet.
just think that
Nothing.
it's like really cool. Like,
Just
it's not
pros and
disappointing to
stuff.
me that like we're kind of paving the way a little bit for other women. That's just
So I have a number of women that have been, I don't know, like really instrumental for me. So Anya Littlefield is one who's been a good friend of mine who's really mentored me as I've kind of come up in this. Lindsay Noble is another one. There are a lot of really great women. So like I don't even like, so when you want to talk about like trailblazers. So I live in Texas, and one of the great things about Texas is Tracy Barker is here, and talk about like, you know, trailblazing, like veteran in all of this. Like she was there from, you know, the very beginning, you know, created all of this. And so, you know, getting to talk to her has been really, really remarkable for me. So
one girl I'd like to talk to, but I can't get her to even look at a message, but I guess she's super shy, is the girl at Victoria Serpents.
Not sure who that is.
Everyone's like, don't know who she is. She produces some really cool stuff.
Cool. That's awesome.
But yeah, she's kind of like, doesn't do the whole social media thing.
Canadians. So Nicole Lyons is one that you guys have up in Canada. She's amazing. I've bought 3 snakes from her recently. She makes amazing stuff.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her yet. Like I haven't met her yet. So I want to.
I know one woman that I met kind of like when I was new into the hobby that I really like looked up to, that, you know, kind of brightened my eyes, like, oh wow, you know, I can maybe do this one day. You know, Desiree Fanning, they invited me to the facility, and just seeing all the animals and what they're doing over there, and, you know, the conservation projects, it's like very, very admirable. And I would definitely say that kind of gave me that little sparkle, I guess, to like really want to, you know, do that one day. You know, like breeding is great. Actually get to the point where you're like working with different species, and for the, you know, purpose of actually keeping them safe and, you know, making sure that they don't go extinct. Like that was very eye-opening for me. I would definitely say she was one woman that I really look up to in the hobby.
Yeah, I've got a woman coming on that's similar to that. We're going to be doing a live sometime this month. I can't remember off the top of my head. We're doing a fundraiser. And literally, she's the female Steve Irwin. Like, yeah. Awesome. And she runs an education type thing, conservation. And she, like, usually what they do is they go out and do educational shows, and that's the profits from those is how they take care of the animals. Well, usually they do, she said, like 60 to 70 in a summer. They've done 3 in 2020.
Wow.
So I'm like, girl, you're coming on. We're going to link your PayPal. You can do your education show. We're going to do a fundraiser. Like, it's going to be a good time, because she is literally the female Steve Irwin. Like, she was sitting there handling a Gila monster, just chilling with it without gloves.
Wow.
And he was being all cute and adorable. Like, I'm like, Can I be you when I grow up? Like,
That's
handling a little caiman that was just like all cute and adorable, just sitting there.
That's I definitely am right there with you. Like watching, like I said, Desiree holds like an alligator in her hands. I'm just like, holy crap! Like that's a whole different level of expertise.
So I'm gonna just go back through because there's several people have named some wonderful people.
Yeah, I'm reading them through.
That I wanted to make sure that we call out. So Brittany Gobble is one.
Emily
Carrie
from Snake Discovery.
Kori from KB Reptiles is another Canadian who's awesome. Yeah. And Alyssa from Full Throttle Reptiles. I'm in a chat group with her and she's amazing. She is a total badass.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's there are a lot of really, really amazing women. Like,
yeah.
No doubt.
I think I'm going to take one of these roundtables monthly and keep it as ladies and just invite new ladies on. And just
awesome.
like,
I love it.
Great idea.
I think that's what
Honestly,
I'm going to do.
Yeah. Goals. Lori Barchak, she has a gene named after her. So I feel like that's like goals.
I'll message Brian and just be like, because I pooped my pants the other day. He like followed me, and we've had a couple conversations. Like super nice dude, talking about like when we come to visit. Yeah,
I met him one time. I looked like hell. I had just gotten back. Like we decided it was a great idea to go after the gym and go to a reptile show. I'm like, I would look my worst.
Why is Chris disappointed in you?
I'm not gonna say, but I know why, so it's true.
I'm gonna find out after the show. Yeah, and I mean, I'm still new in this industry. Like, I just got into reptiles itself in March of 2019. Ball pythons, April 2020. Like, I'm still learning who the heck is out here.
We're all still learning. If you stop learning, you're not doing it right.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all still learning. We'll be 10 years into this and we'll all still be learning.
Yeah. I hope so. Because if you think you know it all, then something's wrong with you. Like,
absolutely.
I'm not even going to pop that up. I'm just going to shake my head. They know. Everybody can see.
I didn't know it was the same thing.
So Casey disappeared. She must have opened Chad's video.
Yeah, she's got a big virus on her.
Now she can't come back in.
Did you Photoshop me to make me like all,
yeah,
cheekbone?
How much Facetune did you use?
Yeah, it better have been all of it.
All of it. Just all of Facetune.
Just all of the Facetune. There's only so much the ring light can do to this.
I hear you.
Self-esteem issues. 2021.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. So what are any big goals for 2021?
I mean, nothing huge and amazing and earth shattering. I kind of want to keep moving my projects forward, and I want to make sure that I'm always having fun in this. And when it stops being fun, that needs to be a sign that I've got to prep for some, because this is too much work to not have it also be fun.
Yeah. What about you, Jules? 2021 goals in the hobby? Where did Jules freeze? She's just being all cute, so I didn't even think she froze. So Precious, we'll go to you. Why Jules is all cute. She froze in the most cutest.
She did. I don't think I ever anybody froze in like.
So So I don't know if he's
So
here, but I had Zach from Nava Reptiles on, and he was talking about like, I'm gonna be my own hype man. I'm gonna like take accountability, and I'm gonna start pumping myself out on the internet, and just going on how he's gonna be the awesome guy. And he goes and froze like that mid sentence, and it was so fantastic. Like I died. And you could still hear in the background him being like, I'm like the internet's not gonna know what hit them, blah 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 blah, like just going. And he's literally frozen in the most awkward position, and I'm like, you broke the internet, dude. Like,
but no, as far as 2021, I'm back. I'll let Jules go.
you froze in the most beautiful way. Like it wasn't one of those awkward freezing things. Like it was a beautiful freeze.
Good. I'm glad. I'm always worried. I'm like going to be stuck in a really horrible face, and everyone's going to screenshot it, and I'm going to be the next me.
No.
Wait, what were you saying, Precious?
Yeah, let's go back to that.
For 2021, I don't think that I have Kori said, any earth-shattering good things that are happening. But I mean, like I said, I do plan on moving into a home this year. So I'll go from like reptile closet and hallway and, to like an actual room where everything is in one space and completely up area.
Go find that.
So I am really excited about that.
Yeah. What about you, Jules? Anything for 2021?
She froze again.
Shit.
Oh, my thing keeps freezing.
Okay, Casey's trying to
Am
come
I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, I'm like, it keeps cutting out. I would say goals for 2021. As far as snake breeding, having more eggs than we did last year. Anything more than what we did last year is a big bonus, I think. Just growing in our business as far as that goes. Being on YouTube more. We had a little momentum going, but then we just kind of stopped. Like a lot of things just happened at once, and we just for our sanity, we had to just kind of take a break from that. I've got personal goals, big personal goals, but as far as snake breeding, that's just it, just to do better than last year.
Casey, any goals for 2021, reptile wise?
I'm still having trouble with this. Like my audio is all messed up.
Oh,
you guys can hear me.
Yeah,
we can hear you.
Crap. All right.
Better equipment for 2021.
Oh, there you go. Okay, now I can hear.
There we go. Problem solved.
I had to switch from the GoPro to my phone, which it's annoying. Goals for 2021. To actually make money. I don't know. New equipment. We've been expanding our racks here, but we're not getting into the ARS or anything like that. I would love to, but I think that's a couple years out.
Yeah. We want to get a fancy grown-up rack, I call them, but where we have to import from the US to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
That's not happening anytime soon. It is way too expensive because you have to pay the duties, you have to pay the brokerage fee, you have to pay the difference in pricing, you have to pay the shipping, and I'm like,
yeah,
we're gonna DIY it for a while with our fancy.
Nothing wrong with it. We have the PVC racks, and they work just fine for us. So we'll keep with those until we can.
That's. I'll read it out loud. Chris Ward wants to know, do any of you ladies, minus Kathleen, want to come on our YouTube live show we're going to start soon? It's going to be Fridays. Casey, this question doesn't include Tom. I'm lumped in the same category as Tom. Like,
definitely do it.
Yep, I'm in.
Yes.
I'm adorable and precious, but not that precious. I mean, generally, I'm precious. Like, and I gave you your dream round table. Remember that. The Christmas round table, I said something, what was it? If you could be on any round table, who would you want on? And he lists a bunch of people. I'm like, okay. And I just messaged them. And we got Wilm Rose of Royal Canadian Reptiles, June with Ballistic Pythons, Adam with Morphs by Design, and then Chris.
That's awesome.
That was insane. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't know why I'm here. Aww. Hey, Billy.
Hey, Billy.
Hi, Billy.
Love of our lives.
Harley wants to hi.
How's it going, Billy?
Hey, Harley.
Speaking of future female breeders, there we go, right there.
She will too. Her and Vinny.
That's my future daughter-in-law.
Up and coming power couple.
Yes.
I mean, I got a cute little blonde hair, blue-eyed boy, and she could get dual citizenship. So, just saying.
I think she's already got an arranged marriage.
Hey, Billy, are you going to invite Kori Martin on your show? Because I think that would be awesome.
Poor Billy. Cool. I would be very happy to come on if Billy wanted to come
any of us.
So what morph are you guys like? I guess I should put it this way. If you could have any morph, what would it be?
There's so many that I love.
Yeah.
Is it, so are we talking about morphs I love because it's beautiful, or morphs I want to put into projects?
Either way.
Billy, don't be a dick.
I definitely want to get some Desert Ghost in our collection. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Wookiee.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It goes really well with Desert Ghost, and I would love to have those two recessive together for sure.
Don't touch.
Interesting. That would be fun. So mine is I just invested in this project recently, but I don't have any visuals, and that's Monarch. So I've wanted Monarch for a really long time, and I have a whole bunch of hets right now, and so I'm going to be building it from hets. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Awesome.
So I was actually talking to Kori about this earlier because you got to remember I breed ball pythons with my boyfriend. John is obsessed with two morphs, and it happens to be banana and mahogany. Like, it's all he talks about, banana and mahogany. Like,
together or separate?
Both.
Okay.
So he's obsessed, and he actually came up with a project. I'm very proud of him. And we would need one snake to do it, which is a snake I adore and I want anyways. And the project would could lead to something he wants to do, plus two things that I'm working on. So he wants to do a lavender xanthic pied. And all we need to get a female lightning pied, grow that up. While we're growing it out, I'll be able to hopefully hit a male dreamsicle, pop them together, pied double hats, and then pop them together. I can get some lightning pieds and dreamsicles out of that clutch, hopefully, along with, you know, the chance of what he's working for. So I was kind of like super proud of him.
Yeah.
Because he's not a genetics guy. He goes, ooh, that's pretty. I want to do it. How am I going to do it? Right? So, and he's not super into recessives. So the fact he wants to do a triple recessive project, that could also give me a shot at two of the morphs I love and I'm working with. Like, I'm like, you go ahead, baby. Let's buy a female lightning pied. So I have permission to buy one this year.
This is just because Chris mentioned enhancer. I'm pulling out my
Awesome.
from Billy.
Yeah, and Chris and Billy are going off about DG versus enhancer in the chat. Yeah. Boys, do I have to put you on timeout? No, I have threatened to ground you both before. Like,
Always.
I should get them on a round table.
That would be funny.
Where they're not in their podcast thing, just Billy versus Chris debate town hall style.
I'd be down to watch that.
I would probably pay money to watch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like pay-per-view.
Yeah.
For sure.
We'll do a special, Chris versus Billy debate style.
I like it.
Here's the thing, I have to get them agreed to do that.
Peer pressure, do it.
Do it. I still haven't booked Billy. The poor guy has been so busy.
He's always busy.
Yes.
I know. And I don't want, like, where he's moving. Like, he said he'd be on and where he's moving and stuff. I don't want to bother him. Like, dude's got so much on his plate. I haven't even bothered to harass him to come on yet. But, yeah, I think that would be really fun. I would watch that. I mean, I would be doing it. Billy, if you're there, let me know. I will totally book that one in because that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Because you know what's Billy rants are great, but have you ever heard of a Chris Ward rant?
I have.
Yes.
Also wonderful. It would be.
I love me a good Chris Ward rant.
It would be wonderful.
Wait till you're monetized. Okay, I'm so far away from getting monetized. Like, I have 135 subscribers.
That's
Like,
a good amount, though.
For starting November 13th, oh, heck yeah. I have, it's like 50K minutes watched so far, too.
Wow.
Like, yeah. I'll
So
hit the hours
are you
before the
just waiting
subscriber.
on the subscribers then?
I'll hit the 4K, no problem. Like the 4K hours watched within a year, I'll hit that. Doing these podcasts.
The lives are a great way to get that watch time.
Yeah, I won't get the subscribers in a year. I'm realistic.
That's
Absolutely.
not true.
Unless I get
think you
Billy
get
on.
subscribers pretty quickly.
Unless I get Billy on, you know. Yeah. Well, there we go. What's your favorite snake in your collection? Because it's either genes or history, one that's special to you.
Okay.
Kori, you sound so excited.
Mine is not a ball python. It is my female inland carpet python. She is my favorite snake in my collection. She's puppy dog tame. She's amazing. Love her. So she is my favorite.
So beautiful.
She is so pretty.
What about you, Precious? Doesn't matter the genes, anything. Just one that's special to you.
I feel like favorite and special are two different things for me. So if I'm going to say special, it's going to have to be, this is so cliche, but my first snake, which is a regular decular banana ball python. He's like a pastel banana pet clown. And he was the first one. And to this day, he's just so chill. Anyone can hold him. If I go anywhere like schools or anything, I always take him with me because he just does so well with people. And yeah.
Hold on. John. You go, Casey. I'm going to try to get John's attention for a second.
I was actually going to say like the same thing. Nothing special or anything. It was just our first ball python that got us into this. And it's my albino Poppy. I love her.
What about you, Jules?
Probably. So my favorite is my Bongo Mojave Yellow Belly. That was like the first snake that I really bought myself. It just I saw it, and not even 5 minutes later, I was messaging and saying, "I'm going to buy that snake from you. Tell me how much. It doesn't matter how much."
Yeah.
Because I loved it that much. And I would say the most special was my Fire Lace. I don't have him anymore. He passed. But he was also one of my he was just sweet. So I'm sad that he died, and he died in our first breeding season, which was sad. But he hooked up, and we have babies from that pairing. So bright side.
John went to go see if mine can come upstairs, just in case she's in shed or something. While I'm waiting, though, I wanted to ask you, how's that little super fire doing? No.
Nope. She ended up passing. So we took him to the doctor or the vet, and the vet gave us like some kind of, I don't think it was a stomach like enzyme. It was more of like a steroid, but it ended up passing the next day. So we kind of did everything we could. It was like a freak thing. Like, I don't know if like it's genetic what kind of happened, because the dad, the Fire Lace, died randomly. Like, it was just out of nowhere. He just bloated and died. And that's exactly what happened to this super fire. So it's like we kind of at a loss with it. So
you guys want to see my favorite? The one that's most special to me? And I'll tell you why. Let's see if she'll bite me. This is my baby girl. So she is a single gene asphalt. Nothing fancy. But she is my personal first snake. She's all cranky right now. You can't hear her hissing, but she's not happy. So when we decided to get into breeding, like I said earlier, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to do super pastel freeways or super pastel leopard freeways. She's not happy. And John went and messaged Billy at Mutation Creation and said, look, we've got this, this, and this. And Billy's like, I got a female asphalt for you. And this is her. And she's being shy and cranky all at the same time. Come on, baby. Like, she's just so pretty. And she was one that just wouldn't eat for me in the beginning. Wouldn't eat, went months, was losing weight. We ended up having to do one force feed and then an assisted feed. And then she ate on her own. And, like, she's made up for it. She's a chonky butt now. But, yeah, she's my favorite snake. And it's not just because Billy's floating around in here. It's just because she's legit. Hi, baby. She's a pretty girl.
Oh.
Like, we love a good asphalt around here. Whoa. Yeah. She wants to bite my head off. We love a good feisty girl. If you can't tell. She's just hormonal. She's a woman. That's my favorite girl. She's my personal first snake. So.
Very
super
cool.
fire sulfurs, like small meals.
And we did. We gave small meals. Just not sure what exactly happened, but I saw that Chris said that supervisors have a tendency to have issues, so that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I have a super fire coming, so that's kind of good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I have a beautiful female coming from ALP Morphs April.
Awesome. That's another one. That's another good lady in the industry.
Yes.
Oh, the stuff she hit this year. I can't get over it. I don't know if you are you aware of ALP Precious April?
She had the she hit the freeways this season.
The
right?
banana firefly super asphalts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, wow. I'm buying a proven breeder female banana fire from her, and I'm like, how long can they retain sperm? Because I wouldn't be upset. Just saying. At all. What's your favorite morph in general though? Like single gene. I always love to hear people's answers for this one.
I'll go first. Bongo. Like anyone who knows me, I'm like Bongo every day. I don't care. Single gene mixed with other genes. If it's Bongo, I want it right now.
Yeah.
Mine would have to be either Desert Ghost or Clown. Those I think will be an all-time favorite.
Yeah.
And I'll get a lot of crap for mine, but I love Spider.
It's a good one.
Pretty pattern. Kori?
No, it's so funny because my third snake that I ever bought was a spider, and I was obsessed. I just thought she was so beautiful. So no, I think that's I find a lot of people that say a spider is their favorite gene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. It's hard to pick one, but I'll say maybe Black Axanthic. It's so pretty. I love it. It's not one that's worked heavily. There's so much to do with it. It does such bold things. I really like it.
And I'll throw everybody off and say leopard.
Ooh, leopard's nice
that
too.
One of my favorites as well.
It goes well in everything.
Yes,
because it enhances. It throws pattern off, and it's different with every other gene. Yeah. Like a lesser leopard looks completely different than what a pastel leopard would look like.
A female leopard het Desert Ghost that's at 1,200 grams right now. And next season, I'm going to put her to the Super Chocolate Hypo het Desert Ghost. It's going to be a head-to-head, but she was one that was meant for the visual Desert Ghost that I thought was a male. So, I completely agree with you. I love leopard, and I can't wait to see what it does coupled with chocolate, Desert Ghost, and leopard. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I've got a really nice leopard lesser het clown male from Chris Ward, actually. And I'm literally pairing my Mystic Crystal to a clown to make some special het clown girls for him. Because I think a leopard lesser special clown, even though it be white, would still have some pattern and would look amazing. Mm-hmm. I mean, we could throw Mystic in there too, leopard lesser, Mystic. Het clown clown would be cool too, but I mean, I want to hit that like crystal.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll take me a couple years, but
that's part of it, though.
It is part of it.
Yeah, I mean, we're women; we're used to waiting.
Hurry up and wait.
We're patient-ish. Richie, oh, there's Alyssa Griffin Davis. We love her.
Hello. Oh, there's everyone.
I don't know if you
my eyeball on my phone.
That's amazing. Very cool.
I need a new one though. It's kind of getting scratched up. Billy.
I only have 8 snakes from you. I only have 8. Only 8 out of 20 something, but only 8.
We have one from Chris, but it is absolutely amazing. Actually, here, because I have him right here, and everybody loves this snake.
Billy wants to know what's everybody's New Year's resolutions. We'll start with Kori.
Oh, great. So
she's like, Billy's watching now.
Oh, okay.
We just perk up here.
So we kind of went into it a little bit. I have my most important one is to just keep things fun and like keep the joy in everything. I'm doing with this. We talked about that a little bit earlier. I do have a specific goal though related to social media. And it's like a big, hairy, audacious goal. And that's, I want to get my Instagram to 10,000 this year.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. It's going to take some work, but
You'll get there. Manifest it.
Yeah. What about you, Precious?
I have made a specialized goal for this year to be monetized on YouTube. So that is the goal.
Everybody go follow her real quick.
Yes.
We don't care about my watch time. Just go follow her.
Yeah, just seriously go follow her.
Yeah. All the links are in the description below. Casey? And don't include Tom, like your New Year's resolutions. We don't care about Tom. Tom can go EAD. No, Tom can go EAV. It's ladies' night. Don't shake your head at me.
I didn't really make one, to be honest. I think that I'm just going into the new year kind of, I wanna get myself out there because I'm like so withdrawn and I'm an introvert. I want to be out there more. I want to I want to expand on our social media. We're gonna do the YouTube.
Yeah. Jules?
So my resolution, I actually started it last year. So it's not like, I guess it's kind of New Year's resolution-ish.
Yeah.
I went into business for myself with my horses. I'm going to be doing lessons on my horses. So that's something that's been on my mind, on my heart for a really long time. So I start the second, I guess, in 2 weeks, starting lessons and stuff like that. And I reached out in my community. I was just like, hey, if I offered lessons, would anyone be interested? And it blew up.
That's awesome.
So then I was like,
That's
well,
awesome.
I got my LLC. I got everything figured out. So yeah, my goal is to be surrounded by animals all the time. So whether it's my horses, the snakes, the rats, and my husband, who's also an animal.
He's a Sasquatch. We're aware.
He's something. He's really something.
He's going to yell at me later.
My goal this year, I feel like I did a lot of things last year that just didn't align with my happiness and my joy. And I'm changing that this year.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I think mine for 2021 is to gain more confidence with this whole podcasting thing, because I need to stop reaching in my circles and start moving out of my circles. Like with inviting people on and not feel like, okay, well, I only have 135 subscribers. I'm wasting Billy's time because I'm smaller. Like, I think it's more like I need more self-confidence in the YouTuber world. If that makes sense.
I feel like that comes with time. Like when I first started doing lives, like with Tom and Casey, the first time we did it, so nerve-wracking.
Yes.
So like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? We should just cancel it right now because I don't want to do it. I think the more you do it, the more it becomes like, I don't know, it's easier.
Yes.
Like putting yourself out
like
there.
Reaching out to Precious was like a big thing because she's not in my circle. I'm like, I just want to try it. What's the worst that can happen? She can say no.
And she's the nicest person.
Oh, she's a lovely person, and I knew that.
Great.
But she's not in like who I generally talk to on a day-to-day basis in this industry.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like, I just need more confidence in this industry, whether it be YouTube or reptile related. Because the thing is I love doing this, meeting people and talking to people and learning. And I almost, if I never hit a clutch, it would kind of suck. But just being able to keep these animals and meet everybody and share my learning experience with everybody who follows me. I hate that word, follow.
Turn it down.
Like, I really do. But you know what I mean? Like, that's enough for me. Although I would like to hit a freeway because they're my favorite.
But I definitely agree with the confidence part because it's not easy. I think the hardest part about just social media period is just putting yourself out there so that people know the real authentic you. It's, because we're in an age of judgment, where people actually get off on judging you in a negative way, so.
Oh, hey, Brittany.
Hey, Brittany. That's awesome.
You seriously never know who's going to pop up in these things. Like, I'm just like.
I have chills.
After the whole Dave Kaufman incident. After the whole Dave Kaufman incident, like, I just can't. Precious, if you don't know, Dave Kaufman is the reason why I like reptiles. John had went and bought some and had bought enclosures and I'm like, eh. And then we got a leopard gecko and I'm like, eh. And we got a beardy and I'm like, eh, whatever. So then when you're on like YouTube trying to learn about them, right? Because I'm like, I should fucking learn about this thing. Just in case. And I'm looking up and all Dave Kaufman stuff pops up for bearded dragons. So that's the reason. He's like my Steve Irwin kind of. And I joke about the fangirling him because it's funny. I call him the Jason Momoa of reptiles. And then one day, Sal with Gomez Pythons is like, I'm going live with this girl. You need to pop in. And sure enough, he popped in.
That's wild.
That's awesome.
And I just died. Just died.
I think that was like the first time like Billy ever jumped on like one of our lives with us. I had a fangirl moment, like sitting there holding the camera, and like Tommy took it from me and like turned it on me. He's like, "You see this?"
Guys, we're pushing our husbands out of the.
I remember the first time that I saw that, Mutation Creations follow you. I actually screamed, like a scream came out of my mouth, like.
Oh my God! The day Billy
girl for celebrities. It's just not my thing to like live vicariously through people. But when I saw that, and then on top of that, like being on a podcast and actually being able to talk to him, it's awesome when your idols do that.
The day Billy followed me actually was the day my grandfather died, and God loved Tom, Casey's husband.
Yes.
He was doing a live and got me to pop on and just kept me distracted all day. It was a 5-hour Instagram live until basically my significant other came home. And that kept me distracted. And that's the day Billy followed me, was the day my grandfather died. I'm excited but sad. Aurora, yes, we actually are. And now we're building a Discord. So I'm actually with Aurora and another lady, Sage. We're actually building a Discord right now for Dave Kaufman for his Patreons.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And Brittany Gobble's here. Like, how exciting is that?
That's awesome.
Brittany Gobble will have to come on to a ladies round table. I'm going to do another one. Going to keep this going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Because we do need to spotlight a few more. I love you, men. I really do. But there's so many bald head and beards I can watch. That's like the stereotype of a ball python breeder. I'm like, do I need to like shave my hair? I'm like,
and grow a beard?
Grow a beard. Like, and just not like pluck for a few days. So, just go a bit that way. Oh, she's so cute. That calendar, though, the photos she took for JKR's calendar. Did you guys see them?
Absolutely.
Insane.
And I'm sitting there like putting my like snake in front of a Christmas tree, and I'm like, oh, that looks cute. Like, that's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got these like beautiful artistic photos with like beautiful lighting, and I'm just like,
she's got 3 of them tamed. They're all laying perfectly on the tree. Like, how do
you every time I try to do a snake picture, they're like darting off this way and it's all blurry and ridiculous. And meanwhile, we've got like all the perfect, like arranged, wonderful. It's amazing.
I don't know, Jules, you used to do those photos. Those like
Yeah.
really like artistic photos. Like if you creep her profile, like
Uh-huh.
when they first started, like that was their photos, and that's actually like what got me with you guys is I love those.
I should go back to doing those.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Well, I mean, I have the ring light now, so I'm like, I should try to build like, a fancy light box with some backgrounds and take pictures of my 20 some odd snakes that everybody's seen 20 times over.
It's okay. Show them off.
That's another thing I struggle with the Instagram, remembering to post a picture every day.
I started using a scheduling app and it's changed my life. I like have all of my posts scheduled for the next 3 weeks already.
Smart.
I think what I'm gonna do is like take an afternoon, like 2 or 3 hours, like as we're cleaning, when we're doing our big bin cleaning, not the spot cleaning, and just snap, and stash them.
Yep. That's
and then I can go.
Yep.
Because I don't have to post them all that day. I can space them out.
Yep.
Right? You struggle with that, Precious?
That's the best way to do it. That's how I take like a bunch of pictures and then I actually have them already in Instagram, like stored, and then I just post them every day, or at least when I can post every day. So yeah.
That's so smart.
Well, and I mean, part of it too is like, I mean, we're starting out. I don't have the we have some nice things, but some of our stuff is basic. Like I got a pastel. I mean, she's a proven breeder and she'll give me, it's Scarlet's, and she'll give us some stuff. But I mean, she's not super fancy.
Oh yeah, I think everybody has a little bit of that in their collection. I have a pastel head. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just had a clutch from a Pastave. She was our first snake, and she gave us a clutch. So,
hey Brittany, can you come on an episode and just teach me how to take pictures of snakes?
I believe it though.
Brittany has a reptile photography group. If you haven't found it yet, it's amazing. It's not super active, but there's a Facebook group, and she has a lot of pointers on there.
Okay. Can they not judge that I'll be using my Hawaii P30 Pro cell phone?
I take
all Mama's got.
My iPhone. I'm actually really impressed with my iPhone.
Yeah.
Actually, the camera on this thing is insane. It's got 4 lenses.
Bye, Billy.
Oh, I meant to highlight Billy's. Bye, Billy.
Bye, Billy.
I'll message you about doing that town hall thing with Chris because it would be funny, and I want to see a Chris versus Billy rant. I want to do that. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have to join that because I need help. Like I need an adult. Because I'm sitting there and seeing people like hold their snakes with one hand and take a beautiful picture, and I try to do it, and my snake's going for the Christmas tree. But like I'm like, no, just sit. Oh, does she have a Discord? Is it Discord or Facebook?
It's Facebook.
Like, okay, Facebook.
Kori, you have to invite me to those groups.
Yeah, I will. I'll go on and shoot you some invites.
I'll find the link and after the show and put the link in the description. We'll give Brittany a shout out and stuff too. Yeah. Because again, that calendar was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
All of
like, yeah, okay, JKR produced the snakes. Cool. Yeah, whatever. You're just kidding. But her pictures were beautiful.
Yeah.
So Cusco also, those videos I've watched, and I started doing some more outside because of one of his videos.
Yeah, but he picks on me, so I'll go support Brittany. Sam. Oh man, Tuesday's not going to be good now.
Can we make an all girls?
I love him. I really do. Can we make an all girls group? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand how Shane is involved.
Like, what do you mean, Shane? I'm worried. First you were editing videos and wanted a shot, and now you want an all-girls group. I'm worried.
Are we back to the Spice Girls thing?
Spice balls. Spice balls.
Spice balls. Spice balls.
There you go.
Okay, yes. If you want to enjoy a Discord that is free, please join the Reptile Ward Discord. I'm the mom there. Actually, no, it is really good times there. It is super good times in that Discord. It's great. It's like a little family. Yeah, links in the Tyler threw up the link. Oh, Tyler, sir, I didn't even notice. Of course you would, David.
Of course. Of course.
So helpful.
Spice balls, Facebook. Okay, guys, this is I regret everything. There's going to be me. I'll say something during one of these lives and then I get memes like 10 minutes after it's over. I know somebody's out there like photoshopping Spice Girl outfits onto us and going to tag it as Spice Balls. I know it. I know it. And I don't want to know, am I like leopard spice? Like, is this what's happening? Ooh.
Which Spice Girl would you be, though? Can we talk about that?
Can we combine it with morphs because it'd be fun?
Yes! Bongo Spice.
Bongo Spice. There can be no banana spice. No banana spice.
Oh my lord.
Tom would be Mojave Spice.
No, it's just an additive. Oh my god. No, I'd be leopard spice. I mean, I'm bright and I wonk things out, so we're good. And I ain't normal.
If I don't see you in a full leopard print outfit in your next video, I'm going to be really disappointed.
No, but I have a yellow kitty cat onesie that I can add leopard spots to.
Do it.
Kori, what late spice ball would you be?
Me? I don't even know.
She's like, I'm not with you.
Kori Martin Reptiles. Clearly, creativity is not my strong suit.
I mean, you could be Xanthic Spice.
Oh my god.
There we go. That works.
David's comment.
Oh, precious.
I don't know. Let's say
weirdest interview question ever.
There we go.
And you know there's going to be a meme where everybody replaces our name with the Spice Ball names. Casey, and please don't pick Mojave.
I wasn't going to.
Oh, thank God.
But I still don't know. Oh my gosh. Guys, what do I pick? I don't know. Maybe we should have the husbands name us.
But, you know, blonde hair. Are you blue-eyed?
No, I have green eyes.
Darn, you could have been a Belle Spice.
I could have.
She can be the lesser, but that's kind of a bummer name. So maybe not.
Pastel Spice.
Butter Spice.
Batgirl Spice.
Butter Spice.
Dude, that's cool. Super
Oh my
Spice.
God.
I dig it. I dig it.
Oh my
this is
God.
a good question that someone asked. Did y'all talk about Precious's insane shipping and packaging? I saw an unboxing, was like, wow, curious to hear what the inspiration was for that.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Other than like my Spice Balls name question, that's a good one.
I haven't seen it. I want to hear all about it.
The packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's funny because after I did it a few times, I do it every time, but once you do it, it's just like, man, a lot goes into sending stuff out like this. It's so expensive too, but I've still been able to maintain sending it out. I guess the inspiration was like the color theme of the logo. So like my logo is like gold, teal, and white. So I got like the gold box. I put my logo on the box, and it's just like sticker logos. And then I put the product in, and then it's just like shaving papers that are blue and gold. And it kind of like just looks like this like royal themed package, which kind of goes with the Egyptian style logo. So that's kind of.
I mean, your logo kills it.
You know, and it's so crazy too because it came from, of course, you know, ball pythons, royal pythons, Egypt, Cleopatra. So I picked Cleopatra as the actual like logo. Everybody thinks that it's like me. I'm like, no, that's not me. That's not like my depiction of myself. No. But it was supposed to be Cleopatra. And when I first was like getting the sketches together and got a graphic designer to put it together, I sent it to a few people and they were like, oh, that's so vulgar. Like, get rid of the nipple because there's like a little nipple, like, you know, whatever. And I was just like, well, I mean, I actually got the image from a depiction of Cleopatra and the nipple was showing. So like that was, I want to keep it as is, but I got so much crap for it outside of the hobby. And then when I put it out there, everybody loved it. Like, and I felt like if I would have like watered it down, I mean, I'm sure people still would have liked it, but I just was so surprised of the like, you know, engagement that people gave me when it came out. Like,
I mean, your logo kills it. That's what first interested me in you because Billy was doing stickers or whatever. And I mean, you see a lot of logos when he's doing stickers and stuff. And I had to stop and I'm like, I need to find this person and low-key stalk them. Not really, but you know what I mean? Like, I need, it's different. Like, I mean, if you've seen my logo is different. Like, I don't like, it's different. I love it. Kori, yours is pretty too.
I just made it myself with clip art. So, I mean, come on.
That's cool.
That's awesome that you did that.
I love it. I couldn't even make mine, and I have a minor in graphic design. I had to hire somebody. Like,
yeah, same. That's
awesome. Yeah, and I mean, she's glorious. Her tatas are hanging all out, and they're big and proud. And you know, I can't wait to get it on a bunch of shirts and give them to dudes. Like,
give them to me. I want it.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah, like,
they're coming. They're coming. I have samples of stickers on their way because before I do a big order, I want to see it. And then, as long as they're good, I'm ordering. I need to find a t-shirt company and a tank top company. I'd rather have it. Do you make t-shirts, Precious? Because I know Jules and Casey do.
I mean, I have someone who makes them for me. That I'm actually looking for different like vendors. I've tried like Teespring. I've tried local people. I've tried so many, and I haven't really found the perfect like material and how the logo feels on the material. So
I like the ones like Shane and Billy use that you can just like go order it and have it like sent to someone.
Jules and we use Blue Tongue ink.
Oh, you guys have to DM me that.
Which is a woman-owned company. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Are they Canadian friendly?
You know what? I believe
I thought it was Canadian owned. You said he.
No. He's actually like 20 minutes from me.
It's the wife Alexandra owns it, and then her husband helps her.
Yeah. Because let's be honest, Mama ain't got time to pack up t-shirts and send them out. I'd rather just go on the website and be like, okay, I want a shirt made for so-and-so. Sent.
So I have a guy who vends the same show series I do, who owns a print shop. And I was able to wholesale some snakes to him in exchange for shirts. And so that was the best deal ever because I got rid of a whole bunch of single gene males that I didn't want. And I got shirts.
That's like best case scenario.
Yeah.
Because I want like tank tops, but I also want shirts that aren't the standard men's cut with the, I hate things touching my neck. But not only that, we need to make them big tata friendly. Because a lot of people's shirts are not big tata friendly.
This is true.
Sure.
and they have to be. I heard of the issues you had, Dawn, with Entropy, so I will be staying away from them. It's a Canadian.
I don't know if you guys have heard of Reggie's Urban Jungle, but
Yes.
he sent me a shirt, and it was like the cutest little female shirt I've ever had. Like, it was the only breeder that had sent a shirt that was actually female friendly.
Yeah.
Shaped the body. It wasn't just like this, square shirt that's just sitting on you. Like, it was.
Merch game is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
Reggie's like merch is just amazing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I have a dress from him that says Reggie. Like, it's literally a dress.
That's amazing.
I have a sweatsuit and then shirts. Like, I mean, he just has like merch galore. Like, and it's all friendly to like gender, and it's just great.
Best thing with Reggie, like, I met him at Tinley, and he actually like chased me down. He's like, I recognize you from YouTube. You have a YouTube channel, don't you? And I was like, oh my God,
that's amazing.
That's awesome. I probably, if someone did that to me, I'd be like, what?
It was amazing. And at the time, I had like 80 subscribers or something. So, I mean, it was like nothing. And so the idea of getting like recognized by someone, it made my life.
I can absolutely relate to that, because recently I went to our Midwest Reptile show and I like recorded it. And back, like, people were coming up to me and were like, "You're precious pythons." And I had a mask on too. So it's just kind of like so shocking. Two people asked to take photos with me, and I'm just like, what is happening here? Because like, I feel like in the grand scheme of things, I am definitely like trying to like reach engagement levels like on social media, but I haven't even hit the mark of what I actually want to do in this hobby. And like, I just can't wait until I'm actually like doing what I want to do on my own, spectrum. But the fact that people are still supporting when it's just so minuscule, when you think about like the real impact, I actually want to like print and sell and make crazy jeans and beautiful snakes. So,
oh yeah. Like, what did so my daughter got a shout out on Billy's podcast when we had Brian for having a snake pairing at 6 years old, and they were talking about like she could start a 5-gene recessive project, which, thanks Brian and Billy, I only have 4 recessive genes in the house. Screw you. So now she wants to do that. And then he went and followed me, and we had a conversation. He's like, I cannot wait to see what you guys do this year. And I'm like, you're like, I'm going into first season.
We had that a lot too, where like people have messaged us and they're like, I can't believe you're following us. Like, this is awesome. And we're like, we're nothing.
David, what's wrong with Canadians?
He thought I was Canadian because I have a lot of Canadian friends. And
Due to COVID, I wasn't able to transfer my meanness into a Canadian goose, so I still have it, and I'm coming for your ass. I don't know if you guys ever seen that meme. And Chris, yes, you did that too. I know, Christopher. I'm tired, okay? I can't remember all the names. Chris actually gave her first snake.
Oh.
So the kid's in the Dream School project at 6 years old.
Good for her.
Goals.
That's awesome. Yes.
With a new it's possible Jilly, oh my God, it's possible Billy's gene.
Nice.
Oh wow.
So I'm like,
see, she's got one up on Harley. Harley's got a super Mojave and a banana spider.
That's cool.
So nothing special.
oh yeah. Oh no, Chris is one of Scarlett's favorite people. She's going for Billy's blood, but she loves Chris. Yeah, I'm unfollowed. Yeah.
Chris is a likable guy.
Oh, I love him to death. Love him to death. He's one of our biggest supporters from get-go. Him and Shane. Shane was my first everything. First follower on Facebook, first follower on Instagram, first person to watch me do a live. Like, yeah.
Shane's good people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's 2:14. I'm going to open it up to any questions in the chat and give it another 10, 15 minutes. And if anybody has any questions, Jilly, let's go with that. Oh, Billy is going to kill me. Oops.
It happens.
Every time I say, like, Billie Jeans, I have a hard time not saying, like, not my lover.
I was just thinking that.
Like, and I'm going to get I'm not even monetized. I'm going to get tapped for music.
Yeah, don't sing it.
Yeah.
Now it's stuck in my head.
Thanks, Ron. I'm trying my new ring light I got for $13 with coupons and codes on Amazon.
That's cool. Nothing wrong
We
with
love
that.
a thrifty gal.
Mm-hmm.
Discount.
We love a thrifty gal.
Does anyone hate paying full price for anything other than snakes?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be the lady with the binder with like the hockey baseball cards thing with the coupons at the grocery store at 2:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to do it.
My son's laughing in the dark and it was creepy. What are 2 genes you've added to you'd add to your collection regardless of price to make some rules? Max 1 recessive out of the 2. Monsoon lace.
Stranger and paint.
Ooh.
I really am into paint all of a sudden. I'm not getting it for projects, but I really like it.
It's ladies' night. Nobody wants to know what you want.
He wants Mojave.
He's going sulfur.
It's hard. It's hard to narrow it down to 2. It really is.
Mindy, put it in again. Sometimes the stuff goes by really fast.
Oh, what is your question?
I have no idea, but we'll answer this one while she does it. We're on to Precious next. 2 genes, only one of them can be recessive. Price is not a issue. Billy's being generous.
Right. Sunset and what I would say.
I was gonna say Wookiee. I don't know about Sunset yet. I have to see what it does.
See, I'm the opposite. I'd be Sunset. I'm not quite sure about Wookiee.
And
what about you, Casey? 2 genes?
Then I would definitely try to get the Wookiee in there. I don't know.
There's so many.
I know. There's hard to narrow.
I would say Confusion.
Oh, that's a
good one.
And Enhancer.
Enhancer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those 2. If I didn't have to pay for it.
I think eventually I do want to get Enhancer in my collection as well, even though I haven't done both, and there's that argument about the Desert Ghost versus Enhancer. But it would be interesting to kind of work on that myself to kind of see the differences, whether vast or minor, like with your own 2 eyes. Outside.
When to visit Billy, I was able to look at them side by side.
Really?
Yeah, and so Chris might have a different idea, but there's a very noticeable difference in them. whether that's because of polygenic traits and line breeding and that kind of thing versus like an entirely different allelic recessive gene, that's really hard to say. But they do look very different in person.
But I mean, like you said, it could be something that's like polymorphism and stuff, because an OD I produce is not going to look anywhere near like an OD Aussie produces.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I mean, he's narrowed it down, right? Sure. Line bred. But does it mean mine's not as good? Well, actually, no, mine is not as good. But I mean...
So I have it in my collection, and I plan to just say that it's a line of desert ghost. Like, that's how I plan to market it, but because that's what Justin does. And so like, I'll follow his lead on that.
Yeah.
So Precious was asked, have you heard back about your trademark application?
So I did hear back from them, and I'm actually in the process. So it's a little tricky because it's on hold right now, because at the time that I applied for it, I hadn't had any actual snake sales. And I'm like, branding it as a breeding business. Even though I've had sales of other things, I pretty much had to put it on pause for when I do have that, and then they'll go ahead and approve it. Or I shouldn't say they're going to approve it. I don't know if they approve it until they actually approve it, but that's what they allow you to put it on pause for, I believe, 6 months. And then you can, submit the information and then go from there.
Yeah. And then correct me if I'm wrong, they do like a TM for trademark. That's like to put it on hold.
Yes.
And then once it's registered, they do the R.
Exactly. So for future reference for anybody who's looking to like trademark their business, if you are wanting to do that, you want to make sure that you apply for it correctly. So if you haven't had any sales related to what you're actually, doing business for, then you want to just put a hold on the brand. And if you have had it, then you can actually put an official application in. Yeah.
And there's sites like, I like LegalZoom. That's who I went through for my LLC, because I'm not even going to lie, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I want everything to be legitimate. Kori probably knows all of it because she's an attorney, and she's like,
really?
She's paying out the butt probably to pay for all this stuff. But at the same time, you want everything to be legitimate. You want it all to be.
I will definitely say that if I was going to do the trademark over again, I would have hired an attorney. One, it costs $300, and if you're going to do it and pay that much money, then I would say do it right, and do it right the first time, because I didn't know that information. I didn't know what was going to be put on hold because of that. Now, as far as the LLC, you don't need any type of sales to obtain an LLC whatsoever. And it's easy. It's like $95, depending on the state. Yeah. So it's just super painless. Like, literally, it's an application, and then you get your approval or rejection, I think, within like 2 days. So
that said, I've created LLCs, but I operate as a sole proprietorship. Like, I just feel like LLC is a layer of complexity that I don't need in my business. And so I haven't gone there. So I do sole proprietorship, keep it simple.
I honestly have no idea what to do, because I'm Canadian and it's a whole different thing. I think I could probably get away with stuff this year and it just being like a hobby. But
I
have no idea what I'm doing.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, Tom and I, we operate as a DBA. So
that's what I have. It's what gives you the ability to use your name as a sole proprietor.
Yeah. I know with an LLC, you also might want to be careful, because when you're filing your business under that and you plan on filing taxes, if you're losing money for 5 consecutive years, they're automatically going to brand you as a hobby. So you want to make sure that within that 5-year gap, you have a year of actual profit, because there is benefits, of course, of not having any profit when you're, an LLC, but you don't want to.
That's actually a tax issue, not specific to the LLC structure in and of itself.
Is that for any business then?
So I'm not a tax attorney, so it gets a little bit complicated there, but it's the issue about profit for a business applies not just in the LLC context.
Kori's going to start a new business. It's going to be
my practice.
Yep. Wills for reptile people.
Yeah.
That's going to be the first thing, and then she's going to help you do the whole tax stuff and branding. All the legal stuff, all the reptiles. I mean, you probably could do a business out of that, honestly.
Hustle, apparently.
You probably could do.
Yeah.
That was something really cool that was brought up on Antoine at High Desert Pythons.
Mm-hmm.
His live he just did with Billy was, if something were to happen to you, and like John and I have talked about that. I mean, we have kids, so we've always thought about like, well, if something happens to us, what happens to the kids? So we just kind of like included the snakes and the kids. But yeah, like Chris Ward doesn't know it, but he's gonna, if we croak, he's getting a phone call. And gas money shoved at him from my mother-in-law and be like, come get all her animals now.
Mm-hmm.
Have fun. Like, yeah, have you guys thought about that? Like,
yeah, so what I would usually recommend for people is, first of all, everyone needs a will. If you don't have a will, get a will. You need a will. Everyone get wills. But for the actual animals, I would recommend doing basically a letter to your executor. Make sure your executor is someone you really trust with your disposition, and just lay out everything about, how you want your animals to be disposed, the same way you would like any personal property that you have that you value. Like if you have your grandma's wedding ring or, any of that kind of stuff, you would typically write a letter for your executor. It's not legally binding, but hopefully you're picking an executor that you trust who will follow your wishes as best as they can. And so that's usually what I would recommend for most people. If you're talking like, if you have your snake business as an LLC, if you have like a corporation and it's its own entity separate from yourself, you're looking at a different layer of complexity. But yeah.
See, guys, we're not all just pretty faces.
I just feel good because David, everyone knows David and knows David gets female snakes like it's going out of style. Scale from the crypt. I'm getting some of his snakes if he dies. Right, David?
I was going to say, did David say this or did you just decide?
No, we've talked about this before. David knows. I get some of his snakes and his horse.
No, we wanted to make sure, like, we see it as our kids. Like, I mean, we love our animals, but I want to make sure that whoever's going to take them is going to take care of them, or like if it's a species he doesn't want to work with, he'll find someone that will take care of those species. And we put a lot of time and effort into our collection and money. I know he'd be able to use those things, and some of them would just be going back to him. Because, we bought some from him. But, yeah.
Yeah, I actually definitely have somebody like that. I don't know if you guys, he's not, like, very big, I guess, well known, but his name is Ryan Hayes. His reptile name is 31 South Exotics. And we, have, this, it's not a pact, but if anything were to happen to him, I would make sure his snakes either go somewhere or are taken care of, whether by me or someone else. And it's the same thing. Like, I completely trust him 100% that if anything happened to me, that he would be completely responsible for my collection. And I know that he would do right by, whether it's, selling them, giving them away to whatever, or keeping them. But I know they're in good hands if they end up with him.
That's amazing.
It happened.
I think that Tom and I talked a little bit. We don't have anything in place, but like our animals are definitely, we're kind of worried about that if something ever happened. But I think Nick and Jules will get quite a few of them.
Same.
I mean, feel free to send some to me in New Brunswick, Canada. Like I take very good care of those clowns.
Yeah, they've got some amazing stuff.
You could always send John the Mojaves.
I think everybody would kind of fight over the clowns we've got.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give it 2 more minutes. Anybody got any last minute questions? This is your last shot to get us all in one spot. I will more them all in one spot. Oh, I hate that. I can't do the right side.
I'm just looking back through the.
Yeah, same. If I die, I'll have to fight in my front yard for them. No thanks, I'm good.
As long as I get the horse, David, we're good to go.
He'll put it in his will that we have to fight in the front yard in like a pool of jello or something like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Knowing Chad. Last call, but not for alcohol.
I know I drank all of mine.
I mean, I filled a Coke cup full of, well, John did, of wine, and it's gone. Oops.
Thoughts on Cryptic Krypton? I like it. I dig it.
Cryptic, it's not a morph I know enough about yet. So, I'm also
hiring me as a nanny. Today, you're hired. What is your dream animal to produce?
Dream animal. Oh.
I really want to put Bongo into like genetic stripe. I want Bongo in Exanthic, VPI Exanthic. I want Bongo in everything. I will not be satisfied until Bongo is in everything. Pretty much.
I'm not saying banana. Oh my God. Realistically, I mean, I'm obsessed with the idea of clown lightning pieds, but I think putting a darkening gene in there, like maybe blackhead or
GHI.
even Enchi or GHI or even Enchi, something like that, and hit like a clown lightning pied with one of those genes in there.
Ooh, yeah, I'd like Bongo and GHI too.
What about you, Precious? Dream animal, if you could produce it. We'll get to that question in a second.
I would say, and it's one that I actually hope to produce, but it would be that super chocolate leopard hypo desert ghost Enchi. So I'm not like close to producing that, but that would be a dream snake of mine and one I actually plan to produce. So
can I be put on the list to buy one of those now?
No.
I will import one of those. Like hashtag Team Estrogen, just saying. So, John's like, I'll take the chocolate.
Best pairing this year is or best animal I could hit is OD Blade, Yellow Belly, Red Striped Clown.
Dang.
And I've already got locks on that one, so.
Awesome.
The odds are very, very tiny on it, though.
Awesome.
Best snake, are we talking like towards our projects or like just fanciest overall? Fanciest overall. I mean, I have a shot at hitting Mojave Freeway.
Awesome. That's
the fanciest, but I mean, everything else is going to be like clown things or just asphalt. So I mean, nothing super. It's pieces to make things that we want to make. So.
Cool.
Oh wait, I do have a shot at the world's first. I forgot that. If I can get John's banana mahogany spot nose HRA pos hypo, if we get him by breeding size, shut up. If we can get him to breeding size for when our female banana fire's ready, because she's a proven breeder, then we have a shot at world's first this year.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yes. Us too. That would be with our with my banana Mojave pastel clown, and the other one we have, Tom just put it in here, banana firefly Mojave Batmans would be our best one that we could produce, and that's exciting.
Ladies are bringing the fire this year.
The best one that I could produce this year, and would be a world's first, would be the chocolate cypress spot nose het hypo pos het desert ghost. So that would
awesome.
That's awesome.
Dibs.
I'm really excited. You've got some incredible powerhouse animals, Precious. It's going to be amazing to see what you make.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be Precious when I grow up.
Me too. Me too.
I just found out, like, a week ago that I was actually an adult, so it's okay.
Jules, what about you?
I don't know if Nick is going to be pissed at me for saying this.
Ooh.
As I tune in closer.
Yeah, let's hear.
Banana Russo clowns are pretty good.
Banana.
I think those actually might be het for pied too, or albino.
You can put me on for those.
Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
And also the blade clown, albino blade clown.
Wow, nice.
I love the Russo clown. I want to get Russo into my clown projects so bad. I have a pastel mystic Russo, and at first I was gonna just sell them, but I didn't want the Russo and the mystic together because it's like almost an all white snake.
But complex.
Yes, if I can get either of those, mystic or Russo, into clown, they kind of resemble special a little bit, and special looks so good in clown. So.
I got you. I'm doing Mr. Crystal the Clown pairing this year. Gotcha. We'll trade.
Yes.
He'll be Canadian, Oh, goodness. Somebody asked one more question. Who was it? I missed these and they go.
The chat goes.
Kayla, I don't hate that. I hate the way you UK people say it. It hurts me. Have you ever heard someone from the UK say albino?
Yes. She was on a live with me and said it. I was like, wait.
They say albino.
Wow.
No, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It makes me cringe internally. It's like when you guys say asphalt. Like, it's asphalt, guys.
No, there's no H.
So here's the thing, though, because I actually looked this up. The reason why we say it differently is asphalt, like the actual asphalt, not the gene, in Canada is made out of different stuff than your guys' asphalt. Again, not the gene, like the actual stuff.
Oh.
Like the pavement?
So it's the same. Asphalt and asphalt are different. Is what you're saying. Okay.
But they're spelled the same.
I don't know. You guys spell color without a U.
No.
I don't know. Oh my God. This is the whole. Why are they going on about special? Like Tom and Chad. Goodness. I don't see any more questions, guys.
No, it's just
I just see people being people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to stranger pied het clowns. That's interesting, David. I'll double check. Shut up, Chad. Go EAV. I do not lie. I Googled because I'm an educated woman. So I'm going to end this. This was a lot of fun.
This was.
Thank you so much for hosting.
This was a lot of fun.
I thought this was going to be different, but it was a lot of fun. I think this, just in general, a ladies' round needs to be done more often.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be my 2021 goal is one a month.
Awesome. I think that's
I
awesome.
think that's great.
And I want to try, and it's no shade at you guys, to not repeat any ladies and try to get as many ladies out.
That's a great idea. I think getting as many.
If I have to repeat, I'm not doing my job right. With that being said, Precious is on Friday.
Sweet. We'll be there in the comment section.
Yep.
She's doing her. It's just me and her. We're having bonding time.
That's cool.
We're gonna turn the lights down low. No, just kidding. That's not
It's gonna get real.
creepy. Not creepy at all. I haven't done a one-on-one in so long. These have been so great though. But yeah, we'll do it. Catherine, actually, Stellar Serpents. I need to get her. Catherine, we're changing your round table. We're not doing with Chris and Nick anymore. It's gonna be girls.
Cool.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm going to call it. Thanks to these ladies for coming on. If you guys aren't following them, go give them a follow. I know Casey of Atypical Origins, they just hit 2K. Jules, you guys are trying to hit 2K.
Now we gotta get Jules.
We'll get there.
You'll get there. Kori, you guys hit 2K. You just hit 2K, didn't you?
Awesome.
Precious, I don't even know how many you have.
I'm
I
only
did like over 5,000.
She's like, I'm casually at 99K or something.
I am not at 2K yet. No, I am 100 away.
Oh, so everybody go, after you're done rushing to her YouTube channel, go rush to her Instagram. All her links are below. Actually, she is one of those link things.
Yes, all my.
Which is fabulous. I love when everybody has the link things, so I don't have to go find every single individual thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, which Casey and Jules, you guys need to add your Instagram to your link tree. I had to do it separately.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
I'm gonna do it because it's posted on my Instagram.
That's what I was thinking too, but now I'm like,
That makes sense, right?
I post mine to my Facebook, so it, yeah.
I'm excited to see what Kori is going to do on Instagram.
Coming in hard.
Coming in hard.
That's
Nerva?
And yeah, I know that was a dirty joke. Anyway.
That's what he said. Precious is at 2.23K on YouTube right now.
Yes.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Is it just the hours you need to get monetized?
Yeah. I'm at like 3,600 hours. I need like 400. No, I think it's 300 more hours. So hopefully.
do you have
I'm
a
just going to
playlist?
start streaming your channel.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna like turn the playlist
Yep,
on and
I'm
just
going to leave
listen.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you sit there and like one night a week just do live, invite people on.
So it's so funny that you say that though, because what we were talking about like earlier with like confidence, I do not have the confidence to do lives. And it makes me so nervous. And these have helped me so much, but I've only done 2. So like, I just need to get more used to like unedited video. Whereas going in and being able to edit, oh, that was like, why did I say that? That was a weird face. Like, let me edit that out.
Yeah.
So I do want to eventually like level up to doing live video so that once I become more comfortable.
Actually, I cannot see who thumbs down, just so you know. It's not a feature you can see on YouTube. You can see how many thumbs up you have and how many thumbs downs you have. You can't see who thumbs you down.
Right, you can't.
But since it's ladies' night, it's someone sexist. We'll just say that. I don't know. We'll just.
But the thing is, no matter whether they thumbs up or thumbs down, like it promotes.
Yes and no. So the way I was told is you want to have 95% thumbs up.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So YouTube likes it if you're a little bit controversial, but not too much.
Makes sense.
Like schoolgirl all done up with just a thong. Like, nice, but just a little spice type deal. I'm sitting at about 89% thumbs up. So
I don't even know where you would get that percentage from.
YouTube Studio.
Oh, okay.
I check it constantly. My need to be liked is real, guys.
Chad, we're not checking that group text.
I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not. It was actually Brian Cusco who told me that. So, and he's like the YouTube wizard. Like, you like how I think? Thanks. I think lots of lovely things. Okay, seriously. We keep getting distracted. So thanks everybody for coming on. Thanks everybody for in the chat. It's been awesome. I hope to see this again. Thanks Brittany Gobble for stopping by. That was cool. Everybody, like all the regulars, Chris, Tom. I was gonna call them Tom. Aurora, Chad, Kayla, everybody. There's so many. I can't even remember that. But no, thanks you guys for coming on and agreeing to do this.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys. Hope keep coming. Check out Tuesday night. I will be on. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be announcing it, but we are anyways. I'll be on Cusco's channel because that's going to not be terrifying. Wednesday night I have Jacob from Civil Serpents on doing his big first interview ever.
Awesome.
That's exciting. Friday we've got Precious. And then Saturday we have Phillips from PD's Reptiles. It's his first big anything on screen.
Oh wow.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
He wanted to do it on this channel. So he's doing it. He's a friend of Kori and I, so Kori kind of knows he's doing it. It'll be Marshall Law Morphs is stopping by. Zach with Nava Reptiles will be by. And Shane with Small Town Exotics.
Sweet.
Look at you, kid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. There's a few interesting guests we're having this month. Let me just say, I'm not going to lay it all out. But there's some interesting stuff coming your way. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys all, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me.